Hi, this is Jacob Gamefield, and this is episode 2 of the Gaming Space. So, we're going to go over my Sega Genesis stuff. Today, we're going to start with my consoles. The first thing I have is a third-party console, the Sega Genesis Classic Game Console. I've seen no reviews on these, but I was at Dollar General, and I've seen this for $25, and it is the Mortal Kombat edition. And it's got a cool black box. I don't know, I think it's way cooler looking than the other one. And it's pretty much, other than that, it's basically the same games that you've seen on the other ones. What I also found out is there's a version that comes with 85 games, and it has a cartridge with 5 sports games on it. It goes right here. And I've never seen anyone else talk about that, so I thought I'd add that in there. I mean, the wireless controllers are really crummy. I mean, they're really nice to feel, but you have to be pointing right at this thing to get them to work. So me and my 5-year-old just use the original controllers here. And another thing that I like this is it has the games built in on it. Because my son's 5, and if you ever watch him, he is violent while putting games in and out of this. And if he breaks this, I don't care. I don't want him to break my good Nintendo or Sega. Whatever, I have a couple of third-party consoles that I don't want, that he uses so the other stuff stays good, basically. And then I have my Model 2. This is the first system I ever owned. Not this one, but this model of system. And it's great, I love it. I play it all the time. One of the best systems ever. One of my favorites ever. And yeah, everyone's seen one of these, so we'll go to the next step. And I'm going to show sports games because I don't have too much stuff. And I played a lot of sports games on the Genesis, so I also collect them. So we're going to start with those and then get to the better games later. So I have NHL Hockey 93. Another reason I bought all these is because I found them at a flea market for $1 a piece, and they're all super complete. They have a book, these cards, a lot of them have posters. This one has the original receipt in it for $61. Kept it in there because I thought that was nifty. But NHL 96. Then we have NHL 97. Madden 95, Madden 93, PGA Tour Golf 2, terrible game, terrible. And Evander Holyfield Real Deal Boxing, and this is probably the first boxing game I ever played, and I think it's good. It's pretty good. I like how you create your guy on here and have a story. That is really neat. I have, obviously, the Sega 6-Stack, which is awesome. This is the only game that I have that doesn't have a manual. But I found it in the clamshell instead of the cardboard, which is really great, because every time I find it, it's really crushed. And I don't like that. Miss Pac-Man, which I picked up at the yearly Six Flags swap meet, and this is the first time I went, and it was okay, but there was a lot of overpriced stuff. A lot of people didn't want to come down. There was one guy I picked up a couple games off of, and this was one of them, Tangen Miss Pac-Man. And everybody's go-to game on the Sega Genesis, Sonic 2, which is really awesome. Complete, obviously. Great pick. Then I have Super Street Fighter 2 Special Championship Edition. And this is weird because I picked it up, I was like, oh, this is awesome, complete and everything. My case is a little broke, but that's alright. But I got home and I didn't notice that it's actually the Super Street Fighter 2 manual, which it's all the same moves, but it has other people in it that aren't in this game, which I thought was alright. I wish I had the regular manual, but this one does it fine. So now I gotta find a manual for this and the game for that. Then we have here Mortal Kombat 1, which is, this is one of the most mint games I have, which is surprising. It looks like this thing was barely played. Look how perfect this label is. I mean, this thing is just great. I'm glad I found it. I got it for like $5 too. And I was like, yeah, that's good for me just because of how nice it is. The manual's a little rough, but that's okay. I have zero tolerance, which I did not know about until I watched Teddy Rubskin's video about it, and it is actually really awesome. This is one of the only games I ever ordered offline because I wanted to play it. And it's kind of like, you know, like a Doom Wolfenstein type deal, except crummier graphics, which is hard to believe because those graphics are pretty crummy, but it's really good for the Genesis, surprisingly. Awesome game. You should check out Teddy Rubskin's video. And this is my favorite game on my system that I have right now. It's Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Complete. It was a rental, so I got a little rip, but the manual's good. This box is really nice. It has a little fading. Looks like it got left in the sun on the front, but other than that, pretty great. My loose games now. First off, we have Echo, The Tides of Time. I'm not a big Echo fan, but when I got my Sega, this was with it. I haven't played too much of this. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's a fighting game, and you fight a guy with a Power Ranger, obviously, and then you beat him, and then he becomes the giant bad guy, and you have a Zord fight afterwards. I played a couple rounds. It's kind of old school, a little cheesy, but I was into the Power Rangers at that time. I was really young. I have this Bonkers I got for $1 at like a Goodwill type store, a thrift store, and you throw pies at these guys that are trying to steal the statue. It's a good kids game. It's from Sega Club for $1. That Primal Rage game that I like. I like fighting games a lot. I always have. And I will never stop. I want to beat everyone up. Another game that doesn't get enough credit, Jurassic Park. And everyone hates on it, but I've always liked it. I used to rent it all the time from the video store. And I think you guys just need more practice at it, because it is really good. I mean, the mechanics are kind of jacked up, I'll give you that, but you get used to playing it after a while, and the levels are pretty neat. The first level is the crummiest one because of how you just fall off of everything, I think. Gargoyles. Awesome platformer here. Cool bosses. I haven't beat this game yet. I might have to throw it in today, maybe. We'll see. X-Men 2, another game I haven't quite beat, but also a very, very good game. 2-player, awesomeness. Of course, I have Mortal Kombat 2. I'm missing Mortal Kombat 3, and that's it. But I would like to get a case and a manual for this, just because I like to check the cases. Sonic 3D Blast, another game that got hated on a lot, but I think is okay. It's not the best, but it's okay. I mean, it's playable. And then, of course, I have Sonic the Hedgehog 3, always a classic. And then Sonic and Knuckles to plug it in. So we get the super game. And that is my Genesis collection. Episode 2, thanks for watching.